back to the show, and right now we are joined by a man who single-handedly put the MENA skate scene on the map. Welcome to the show, Karim Nassar. Hello, hello.
Good morning.
Before we start, major skateboarder, have you used any of your skateboard tricks to pick up chicks?
Please a fifth.
To pick up dates?
maybe not the goal, but it has.
It's worked.
When did you start skating?
Started skating it around properly, maybe when I was 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13, 14, around that time.
Oh, in the skateboard parks in Dubai itself?
Yeah.
But the skate scene back then was very different to what it is now.
Yeah, definitely.
So you trying to get exposed, you're trying to learn tricks.
Mm-hmm.
How did you go about that?
Honestly, just having fun. Like it was never the goal to like be here to do any of this or anything. I was just having fun. And,
so was the skate park in DFC, Dubai Festival City, is that the one?
When I started, there was one skate park, but I didn't know it existed.
Okay.
And I think a couple of years before that, there were no skate parks. And it was actually in Marina, and then it got moved to the Springs area, and then it was taken away.
Oh.
And then eventually, it was the Festival City skate park. And then we just stuck to the streets most of the time.
Similar, would you go there, the one in Festival City?
I used to go there with
Surprised
my friends.
you knew that one.
And I wouldn't go there to skate. I would go there to just, like when we were in school, look at the cute guys, watch them skate around.
So what was it like 10, 15, 20 years ago in comparison to now? Like, how would you say the evolution has happened?
I mean, honestly, the skate scene's always been around. There are guys that put on just as much as me, if not maybe more, back then, the guys that I look up to. Some of them are still around, but the scenes, I mean, from having brand support, that's a big one. The exposure that we got, obviously skateboarding's constantly like achieving new heights, whether it being in the Olympics or fashion. But I'd say over here, it's becoming more familiar. People are starting to kind of get what skateboarding is a little bit. Whereas back then, didn't matter. Because, I mean, I'm 28 and I still skate.
Yeah.
So when the average person back then would see a 28-year-old or a 30-year-old on a board, like, what are you doing? Why are you playing? Playing with a kid's toy. So it's like, I think, becoming more familiar in comparison to what it used to be.
So it's huge that you're endorsed by Nike. What does that mean to you, and how did that happen?
Yeah, it's really cool. So my endorsement came through GMG. They're the official franchise owner for it out here. I had done a project with Dubai back in 2016. I got to meet some of the people that I idolized in skateboarding, of which quite a few of them skated for Nike. And honestly, it's like been a dream since I was a little kid. And I was always a big fan of Nike and loved their shoes, loved everything they did. And a friend of mine had like started the conversation with me. Just so happened to